Sup guys, it is TheCornishGamer, and welcome back to another episode of my Cardiff career mode. This is episode 2, and yeah, let's get into this. So, I'm just having a quick look at my messages now, just player sold. I forgot to say that I do sell a bit of dead wood during the, during, like, when I'm not really on camera, players you don't really care about. But I'm just looking through my options for strikers here, and I was sort of just generally looking through, and I sort of just thought that all the players here really aren't in my transfer range. I had a look at Dos Santos, but I decided, I looked up a few players to get for striker, and I decided on a guy called Belfoldi. However, I do look for him, but for some reason I can't find him, and I know he is on the game. Before you say anything, I know he is on the game, but for some reason he just really wasn't there. So I went to go check for his club, Inter Milan, which you'll see me do here. Serie A. Yeah, I looked for his club, and you'll see here I looked for a few of the players and set it so I could only see strikers because he is a striker. And he's not there. And I had no clue why this was happening. So I decided, well, I look at this guy at Cardiff, but he'd recently joined, so there was no way I was getting him, and plus his, transfer sort of fee was pretty high. So, after deciding there wasn't really anyone there, I decided to go over to the Global Transfer Network and, broaden my search a bit. So I got rid of the pacey option, and I decided to put on prolific, because you don't need pace that much. I don't really need that pace of a striker. But anyway, after that, these are the players I sort of got. I got quite a few players, but I really like look at this guy called Jordan Rhodes. And I've used him on several different Fifas before, and he really is a prolific striker, as well as in real life. So I was looking at Luke de Jong here, seeing if, he was any, but he was on loan. But other than that, I think Jordan Rhodes was the best. I had a look at Igo Aspas as well. Not the best player in real life. But anyway, we had a game away here at Bilbao. So also, at the beginning of each new month, I would show through the squad report. So you could pause at any point during this sort of squad report to see, or if you want to see any specific players. But you can see Zaha there improving quite a bit, which I'd expect. I'm surprised that Kenwyne Jones is actually going there. I'm not actually sure how old he is. If he's I swear he's only 27 or something. But you can see a few players down there. We've actually got some nice youth prospects there. You can see here. Here's our players out on loan. And that's it for the squad report. So I look at my lineup, I decide, I'm happy with the lineup, and I jump straight into the game against Athletic Bilbao, which is going to be a difficult game away as well. So it certainly is a difficult fixture, them being one of the better clubs in Spain. So we get straight into it here. Athletic Bilbao kick off, and well, they're on the attack here, and the clip you're probably about to see here is basically the story of the game. They're on the attack. Get past DFL Catherine, whips in the ball, but from Juan Cala hits out. Corker hits it out to Campbell. Campbell, from his own half, just runs. He runs past that player, runs past all their centre-backs. Centre-backs in no man's land, and finesses it around the keeper. And we're 1-0 up against Athletic Bilbao. Also, I've turned the sliders back to normal, so it definitely is on normal settings. And I'm surprised I don't know why Campbell wasn't celebrating there, but I'm surprised that I ran through the centre-backs that easy. If you look here, centre-backs, it just seemed like they weren't trying that much, to be honest. But anyway, that aside, great finish and great run from Campbell. So, you can see here, final attack of the first half. They whip it in. Once again, story of the thing, just another counter-attack. Campbell makes another run, pretty much exactly what he did last time, except he goes out a bit too wide, keeps running, and he's sort of out of options here, so he fakes shots, tries to cross it into Noon. Noon fails the header, plays it back to Noon. Noon goes around, tries to take a shot, but that was never going in. And the keeper kicks it out here for half-time. 1-0 up at half-time, away to Bilbao. That isn't too bad, to be honest. And you can see the other results there, and you can look at the stats, just a quick brief look at the stats. We are absolutely all over them. I decided to make a few changes here. I decided to try out Jordan Much, just seeing the positions you can play. I'm going to trade him in for Bellamy, and I sub on Kenwyne Jones. I'm giving both Kenwyne Jones and Campbell a sort of like a chance to play. So we're about to go back into the game. So you can see here, Athletic Bilbao on the attack. Great movement from Athletic Bilbao there. Failed to get the ball there. Benya plays into whatever his name is. Great save from Marshall, but Ibai Gomez hits it into the near post on the rebound, and it's 1-0. Everything's even. It's basically back to square one for our team. So 1-0. I have to say it was a great play from their team, but I feel as if our centre backs could have came back a bit quicker, because they sort of they didn't really attempt that hard to run back. But I don't particularly want to watch the replay of them scoring. So yeah, and you can see here, straight off of that goal, I decided to go all out attack, try to play an over the top through ball to Kenwyne Jones. Kenwyne Jones heads it down to Much, cuts inside, gets tackled, takes a shot, gets played out to Noon whips it in, Kenwyne Jones, and what a goal by Kenwyne Jones. Far post, and from that angle and the way he hit it, there wasn't too much power on the header, but because of the header, that was it was just a beautiful header. There was no way the keeper was gonna get to that. But you can see a few of the replays here. Just plays out, and I have to say, Noon, he hasn't really been scoring, but he certainly is been playing well. You can see we just quickly got to defensive here, and I was just defending that basically that entire half, and you can see the last attack of the game here. Much whips it in, terrible cross. I was sort of half expecting Kenwyne Jones to be in there, but surprisingly not. And that is it. 2-1 away to Athletic Bilbao on World Class. That's a great result for our team, and hopefully we can get an unbeaten run in the friends. And you can see on the stats there that we were dominating. There's a few of the other results there from elsewhere, and we're about to go into the game against Chievo Verona, when I checked out the scouting of Jordan Rhodes. And actually, I'm checking out a few of the other players here that were sort of like available. And I finally decided that, Jordan Rhodes probably was the best option. So I decided to inquire about Jordan Rhodes there, which you'll see. And I decide to edit my lineup a bit against Chievo Verona. It's my last friendly, so I sort of went for more youth players. I'm also simming this game against Chievo Verona to get straight into the actual league action. So I decided to change up a very slight bit. I decided to give this guy Deli a go. He's very versatile as well. He can play right mid, left mid, and centre attacking mid. So I trade him out for Bellamy, that you will see here. Yep, so he comes off for Bellamy. I can see he's sends attacking mid, so I decided to give him a go. And that is the lineup we will be rolling with for this game. And it really is now, whether or not we can keep an unbeaten run in the friendly going. I mean, I know it's only the friendlies, but it's still good to get squad morale up. So you can see the friendly here. Players warming up. And they kick off. Not really too much action early on, I can say that. But honestly, I'm very happy with my team at the moment. I want another striker, because I'd rather have 3 strikers. Because, for example, Fraser, and it's a goal there from Noon. Fraser Campbell's the injury-prone trait. So if Fraser Campbell gets injured, then my only backup is Kenwyne Jones. And if Kenwyne Jones runs out low on energy, then we're sort of stuffed. So anyway, we beat Chievo Verona 1-0, and we won every single game. And you can see here, there's actually a transfer offer for David Marshall here, and it's from Hull, and I sort of decide after that, but you know what, I don't think I'll be letting David Marshall go for that little, and I really don't want to sell with David Marshall, so I don't think it's a good thing to let him go. So you can see here, Jordan Rhodes inquiry, 7 million. I don't really have the funds to do that, but I do notice his low wage budget, and I sort of decide that maybe I could adjust my wage budget. Maybe I could adjust my budget to give me enough transfer budget to actually get him, because I don't have to give him exactly 7 million, but you can see here I adjusted to around 35,000, and that is enough to get him. And he probably will join due to the fact that we are in a higher league, and he sort of wants to move up, if you know what I mean. So we put in a 6.8 million offer here, and I'll be surprised. I think you and me will be surprised if they don't accept that. And of course they do. The player's only asking for 25, but knowing FIFA, I decided to put in an extra 5,000 just in case. And I was just debating whether to put him as a crucial or an important. I decided to put him as a crucial because I know how good of a player he is. And our first signing, Jordan Rhodes, for a fee of 6.8 million. And I think it's money well spent because Jordan Rhodes certainly is a great striker. We actually have 3 really, really good strikers now, as well as Bellamy, Zaha, and Nunes setting them up behind. You can see me here just checking out Jordan Rhodes. I decided in the first game of the league I'm going to try out Jordan Rhodes ahead of... I was thinking about putting him on the bench, but I decided to put him ahead of Fraser Campbell just for the first game, despite Fraser Campbell's form. I'm surprised it doesn't show the up arrow for Fraser Campbell because he's been playing amazing recently. But anyway, we just sim to the end here against West Ham. You'll see. And I'm going to end it ends here, you know, about to play the first league game. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode as our first signing. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.